Let's use SOH CAH TOA to solve a question. So we've already spoke about what SOH CAH TOA is and what it tells us. Now we want to apply it to this question here. We've got a right angled triangle, we've got an angle theta down here, we've got that this side is 15 metres and this side is 9 metres. So your step one whenever you're doing a SOH CAH TOA question is you want to label your triangle. So first up, our longest side, which is always opposite the right angle, is our hypotenuse, so we label that H. We then look at our angle and decide whether this 9 metres is that on the opposite side of the triangle or is it on the adjacent side, which just means beside that angle. This is on the opposite side, and so we call that O for opposite. And we currently have no information about our adjacent side, so we can just ignore that for now. Now that we know that we've got our opposite and our hypotenuse and we're looking for our angle, step two is to decide, okay, are we using sine, cos or tan? And we look at SOH CAH TOA to figure that out. So the one that has a O and a H in it is this one here. It is this saw part, which corresponds to sine. So that tells us we're going to use the fact that sine theta equals opposite over hypotenuse to solve this question. So we start by writing that. So that's step three. Once you've decided which one to use, you want to write your equation. Perfect. Okay. Now what we want to do for our next step is to just sub in the numbers that we know. We know our opposite is just 9 metres and we know our hypotenuse is just 15 metres. So we actually have that sine theta is equal to 9 over 15. Our next step is to get theta on its own. Currently it's stuck inside this sine function and we don't want that, so we have to do the opposite of taking the sine of something, and that is taking sine inverse. So taking sine inverse of the left hand side gets theta on its own, and then we have to do sine inverse of the right hand side as well to balance our equation. So once we do that, you can pop it on your calculator. Your calculator might look a little bit different to mine if it's a little bit newer, but you want to do shift and then your sine button, grab your fraction, and we've got 9 over 15. Click enter, and we end up getting 36.9 degrees if we round to one decimal place. So your very last step is just to write that this is equal to 36.9 degrees. And that is you now use SOH CAH TOA to solve a question.